If you've been following my content for any length of time, there's probably something that I've said that's landed close to home. You're good at this. I don't think that's the problem. You've got a real book of business. You've built real relationships. You know how to close when you're in front of the right people. That part isn't broken. But here's what keeps you up at night. The pipeline, it's not consistent. Some months you are stacked with conversations and momentum. Other months, you feel like you're starting from zero all over again, chasing activity, working harder than the results really justify. And the worst part is you can't fully explain why. You didn't change. The market didn't collapse, but the pipeline did what it always does. It ran dry. Most producers that I talk to assume that's just how business works. Feast or famine, hot streaks, slow patches. They built a career around riding it out. But that's not a revenue problem, that's a system problem. Or more accurately, that's the absence of one. Here's what I've seen consistently in the insurance industry. The advisors who produce at the highest levels aren't necessarily the most talented, though they're talented. They're the most disciplined, though. And the ones who stay disciplined without burning out aren't grinding harder than anyone else. They're running a system, a repeatable process that tells them who to call, when to call them, what to say, and how to stay in front of the right accounts until the timing is right. They're not reinventing it every Monday morning. You probably are. If you're not familiar or you've forgotten, my name is Ryan James Miller. I'm the founder of SOS Insurance. I built the pipeline power system because I kept seeing the same problem. Talented advisors with real potential running on instinct and referrals with no documented process under any of it. And every time the referrals slowed down, they got stuck and they were really back to square one. So here's where we really build this together. The pipeline power system, it's a done-for-you engagement. It's designed specifically for individual producers and independent advisors who are ready to stop relying on what's worked before and start building something that will work every single week. And it's built around 4 things, and this is important, so check this out. The first one is what we call the target lock. We define your ideal account with precision, the right size, the right industry, the right pain profile, the right decision makers. When this is done correctly, you stop chasing everything and you start pursuing the accounts that you were actually built to win. The second one is called the 1440. You may have heard me talk about this one before. It's a 14-touch, 40-day sequence with 6 channels. And it's built specifically for insurance producers. Every single touch is intentional. Every message earns the next one. You run it the same way every single week, and it keeps your pipeline moving whether you're coming off a big month or a quiet one. Third is the value cadence system. Look, you know this as well as I do, that getting the first meeting is only half the battle. Shoot, maybe it's 10% of the battle. The VCS is the framework that keeps you present and visible from the first conversation to the closed deal. There's no more silence after a good initial meeting or after a discovery call. There's no more losing deals to a competitor who just stayed in front of that prospect longer than you did. And the fourth is the force multiplier. This is an exciting one. We build AI directly around your workflow, so the research, the prep, the message crafting, all of that takes place in a fraction of the time that it used to. You spend more time building trust, less time doing the work that doesn't close anything. By the time we hand this all off to you, you have a prospecting system you run every week without reinventing it. Qualified conversations are on the calendar consistently. There is no more starting from zero every single month. Part of what makes this work is that you're not doing it alone. You'll be part of a group of producers building the same system at the same time, on a regular coaching call with people who are working the exact same challenges as you are. That community is one of the most underrated parts of what we do. Now, here's who this is for. You're an independent agency advisor, or you're a solo producer. You've got a real book. It's got to be around $500,000 to start, though we will have some flexibility there. You're personally production dependent and you are ready to build a real prospecting system. It's not just about working harder, and you can't just want to do that. And here's who it's not for. If you're looking for someone to hand you leads, to do the outreach for you, this isn't it. We build the system together, but you run it. That's the deal we have to make. For most advisors, one new account in the first 90 days covers the investment to participate in this. This system pays for itself if you just run it. So here's your next step. Click the link below and book a call. We'll talk through where you are today, what this system could look like for your business, and whether we are a right fit for each other. Look, I don't take everyone applies, and that's not because I'm too cool. It's because I take the ones that I actually know that I can help. I've been doing this long enough to understand that well. So if you are ready to stop riding the feast or famine cycle and start building something consistent, I'll see you on that discovery call.